I can definitely feel how uneasy some of you are. You're carrying a lot of weight on your shoulders. There's some decisions that you've got to make. And I want to see exactly what guidance and direction we can give you. Welcome. My name is Lady Zelda, and this is True Oracle. I'm so glad you're here. And if you'll do me a favor, like and subscribe, click the notification bell so you know when this is coming out. And we're going to get started. And we're going to find out what guidance and direction from spirits, guides, angels, which way you're supposed to go, where you're supposed to be. Look, there's a lot of energy in the cards, and some of those cards have come out already. And look, this is another one. When I see this happen, this is telling me that I think there's maybe, sorta, kinda, maybe an issue, financial issue, in the next 48 hours that you're obligated to take care of or that you need to take care of, but you need to set some boundaries. We're just going to leave that pile right there. I'm going to put this to the side. You need to set some boundaries. First thing I want to do is get you a telepathy oracle card before we get into this reading. Time. Let time forget those scars. Isn't that appropriate? So for the next 48 hours, while you're dealing with a lot of things, it's basically saying, put everything to the side. Let time forget it. Anchor those unhappy thoughts and feelings and memories to the past. Time. I'm going to put this right here. Time. Time heals all wounds, too, you know. And speaking of healing, you've got this card. So in the next 24 hours from the time you see this video, and this is for all signs, a collective reading, you're going to be noticing that there's a way to negotiate some things. There's a way for reconciliation of what it is you need to take care of. And when I say time heals all wounds, it's appropriate to know that this caduceus, the staff of Hermes, usually what is used in the United States and maybe other places as a medical symbol, forgiveness, reconciliation, getting the weight off your shoulders is and can be very healing. You see this little fellow here, this lion with the red wings? This lion with the red wings represents love, compassion, passion, even control, even power. Basically, it's saying, take control of your situation. You've set some boundaries, but I think it's time to reassess, reevaluate those boundaries. Because what's going to happen is that you're going to be getting some assistance, one way or another. It can mean a small lump sum of money, but it can also mean a negotiated small lump sum of money, something that has and needs to be considered and worked out and negotiated. You've got a benevolent hand, beautiful card. Timing is wonderful because this is basically saying, here you go. Here is assistance for you. What most people don't realize is that during these times, we are the ones that have to do the work. Yet, we can be guided. We can be assisted by our own guides. I want you to remember that thoughts are not the facts, so don't scare yourself into thinking that something bad is going to happen, because I know that you're going to get it worked out. I know that you're going to come together and get this done. See, there's a little pathway here. A hedge and pathway. And this is like a new beginning. It's opening a door for you. Now, some interesting things about this. Let's go back to this Two of Cups card. You see, there's just a wee little line of water that goes through here. Well, it doesn't surprise me because she is wearing the robes of the High Priestess, and all water in the tarot come from the High Priestess. It is the water of life. It is truth. It is love. It is emotions. But this young fellow is wearing the outfit of the fool. Now, nobody's a fool here, but what does this mean in that? Why are they wearing these outfits? Because sometimes it takes the elements of different people to understand to make things work. You see how they're coming together? There's a hand extended as in, look, here we go. Let's work this out. Here's a negotiation for you. But this fool, he's not a fool, obviously, but this fool garment, I'm going to say, means that wiping the slate clean. The Fool card in the tarot is the number 0. It's considered to be null, N-U-L-L. And then it's not considered to be the first card. Then the second card is really the first card. I know, it's confusing. But what that means is the null being 0, you start out at ground 0. You start over. It's an opportunity to wipe the slate clean. That's why he's there saying, look, let's drink a cup of peace. Let's break bread together. Let's work this out. Now, of course, you're not going to break bread with everyone, but it's a metaphor that's very important. Because if you're close enough to be able to enjoy a cup of whatever it is, beverage, you're close enough to negotiate whatever it is that you need to have done. And do it calmly, with passion, compassion. Do it calmly in a way that you can be understood. Emotions sometimes get high, and we need a healing from the whole situation, the whole entire circumstance that surrounds us. Amazing, isn't it? How this comes out. I'm actually loving this for you today. Let's see what card is under this guy. Kind of like this. How appropriate is this? The King of Pentacles, and it's a healing in your financial house. Now, it may not happen within 48 hours. I'm just going to say that. But with these two cards, it will start. And that's the important thing. You've got to start somewhere. So don't think that, oh, well, now, first of all, there could be a miracle happen within 48 hours. I'm not saying that. But don't get angry if you don't see that result within 48 hours, because sometimes we have to set things in motion because of our emotion. Let's see what's next. I'm liking this, aren't you? I'm especially loving this. The Strength card, which is also the Leo. It may resonate with you a little bit more if you are a Leo. But if you aren't, that's okay. Because what this is telling us is that it's no wonder you've made it through, because you have an infinite amount of strength. No matter how tired you get, no matter how badly you feel, no matter how upsetting the circumstance. You see, I love this card. I'm going to pick up the pile because I don't want to see what's underneath yet. We'll pick that up in a minute. You see, this kitty here, this lion, he could definitely overtake this young lady. This young lady is in a position where she figured out how to handle the lion. Sometimes it's our knowledge that can overcome such a threat to us. Now, I'm not saying that you're being threatened, but sometimes if it's financial or even a relationship, your well-being is threatened. I get that. You have that ability. You have an infinite amount of strength and ability, knowledge to overcome power. See the mountain in the background? That means that you're set to overcome that mountain. Now, let's see what else is on the pile. Fire element of this 9 of Wands. A choice that has been and will be decided upon, I'm going to say, by you. This is very interesting because you see the look on this little fellow's face. That's determination. That's not fear. Somebody said, well, yeah, but he looks like he's holding on with dear life. Well, you know what? When you are passionate and you're able to do that sort of thing, as in make that decision, you're going to stand by it. And that's exactly what he's doing. Think of it. Did he step in front of his conflict? Because look at the varying degrees. Now, the wands can be opening of doors, it can be growth, but it also can be overcoming the fire. And that's metaphoric. Overcoming that hot foot, overcoming that hot place that you may be in right now. Let's do one more card. I know, I can't help it. Here we are. And Justice. If you are a Libra, this may resonate with you. But there's a very important message in this because you see, we are replicating this red, the passion, the love, the compassion, but the justice and doing the right thing. Sometimes fear keeps us back from doing the right thing. If you're feeling a little fearful over your circumstance because you're afraid it won't work out, I want you to overcome that today. Because here is the card that basically says you can do this. You've got what it takes. You've got an infinite amount of the ability to overcome. And please keep your boundaries in place. Don't let others throw you. What does this really mean? It means balance in power. It means the scales of justice are weighing in to make sure that the right thing is done not only by you, but for you on your behalf. So don't allow fear to keep you back in these next 24 hours. Let's get just a confirmation of final word from this beautiful. This is the Rider-Waite. I'm going to show you the box, the Rider-Waite. In fact, I'm going to do one better. I'm going to show you the lid. I know all of you like these cards. It's the Rider-Waite playing card deck. Quite beautiful. It's a combination of tarot and playing card. It's really kind of fun. I like this deck a lot. Although I don't use it often, but I'm going to start. This is an interesting card because I think this is really dealing with your financial. And at this point, you may feel like you've lost it all. You may feel like you need to walk away. You may feel like there's no hope. I'm here today to tell you that my interpretation of this card isn't as dire as what it looks. Because you see, we've got this, I'm going to say this mother figure, barefooted, with a young person, a young child, on crutches, kind of that Tiny Tim thing, right? In the snow, and they're in a hurry. Now, the Five of Pentacles. 5 in biblical numerics means grace. For me, this card means it is a recognition of something needing to be done, and instead of sitting there trying to figure out what they're supposed to do next and be cold, be barefooted, be barren, they're moving on to the next thing. They've recognized that they need to do something about it, so they're getting out of Dodge. They're getting out of there. And I think that's the message for you today. Make sure that you find balance in the situation. You know that you're going to be able to work through this, negotiate through whatever is come for you. Now, this may not resonate with everyone, and if it doesn't, that's fine. I appreciate you being here anyway. But for those of you who are resonating with that financial issue that is coming up with, or you may already be experiencing within the next 48 hours, you will know a solution. You will find a solution, and the seed will be planted, and you'll be able to work forward. But it's going to take a little work on your part, and that is overcome the fear that keeps you down. and you'll be able to do this. Just remember, time heals all wounds, and let time forget those scars. Thanks so much for being here, my darlings. I like this message for you. I feel I can resonate a few things out of this myself. And I want to invite you to subscribe to this channel. Please like it. It helps us a lot. And if you'll do us a favor, click that notification bell so you don't miss a thing coming out because, we've got a lot planned. So thanks again for being here. And we're wishing you the best. I'm Lady Zelda, and I'm going to see you again very soon. Bye for now.